everybody. Decided to do a new intro, and Ken is hiding in the background.
Hi, everyone.
So this is all we have left on parts, and I think I've discovered that this black mat, the camera hates it. Especially when it's got reflective stuff on it. Oh, yeah. Apparently, we have some parliamentary procedures going on because Alec just seconded something.
Apparently. Jody's here. He says, I didn't see the intro. There was an ad.
There shouldn't have been. I've got it set to manual, and I did not trigger an ad. Sorry. But, well, if you want, I can replay it.
It is a new intro.
It is. Should I replay it? What do you think? It's 30 seconds.
I think people could go back and watch it if they want. But if it is though the premiere episode with it, so you could also say that it's worth doing.
Yeah, let's do it. It's 33 seconds. Here we go. Just for fun, I thought about triggering an ad in the middle of it.
Oh, Buck, you're an instigator.
I am. It's in my nature.
And Trent is here. He says, hey, Donnie, Jody, and Alien.
Hey,
I'm not an alien.
Yeah, well, it depends on what country you're from.
Well, I'm from Canada, and I'm in Canada.
Well, there you go. Then you're not an alien there.
Okay.
But you would be an alien in the United States. Uh-oh, noisy.
Noisy plastic.
Not so bad. So, yeah, I got 4 kits today, or between yesterday and today.
Nice. Stephen Haynes is here, and so is Dawn.
2 of them are... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, what are the kits you got?
That's what I was going to say. 2 of them are a Chinese company called Weki.
Wiki or Wacky?
Weki.
Weki. Oh, okay.
Weki. We got Pinocchio, and I haven't opened the
Pinocchio.
Yes. Well, like I put it in the comments in Discord, Chinocchio. But okay. I've opened the box just to look inside. There are 2 boxes inside. I mean, it looks like a very premium kit.
Okay.
And then we have a Joker.
Okay. Joker poker. And go back to it again?
Yep.
He's stepping out of a card, is he? Oh, that's cool.
He is. And just looking at the back, apparently when you put it together, hang on, there you go.
Yeah,
that little dial
there.
That little dial will spin some of the stuff on the back of the card.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And like I said, these are brand new, have not done anything with them. So I don't know if they're on par with the Fantasy, but I'll tell you right now, Fantasy is going to challenge Lego. They are really good bricks.
Oh, okay. Jody says Weki like the Tobeki?
Yes.
Wacky like the tobacco?
Or like Alex Trebeki?
Who's from Jody's hometown?
Is he? Well, I did not know
not from his home. I don't know necessarily from his hometown, but from the town he's living in right now.
Ah. So I'm going to do partial knolling because it does work. what I do mostly now, because I got started doing it on the Snoopy typewriter, I sort them by color.
Okay.
It helps a lot.
Yeah. And this has a lot less colors than your Disney one had.
Yeah. I really think this is cool. Lego doesn't do this. But if you need two dots, or dots spread out, they cut them in half.
That's cool. That lets you put a central one where you normally couldn't get one with Lego, I guess.
Yep. So let's see.
Donnie says, I told you knolling would help.
It does. It does, Donnie. Yeah, I'm going to leave these. There's a ton of black here. That's the cab. Plus, oh, wow, there's more.
But wait, there's more. If you order now.
Let's see.
It is kind of hard with that black mat, though, to see the black pieces as well.
Yeah.
Like we can kind of see them, but they're really hard to make out.
Yeah. Fortunately, my eyes work better than the camera does.
Let's see here.
I love Donnie's comment.
You should listen to me more. I've built like 2 Lego kits.
A whole 2?
Wow.
And that was not near so noisy.
Yeah, Jody says he was from Coniston, a part of Sudbury.
Cool. Like I said, did not know this. And because, my wife, when I retired, decided that I needed a lot of Lego type kits. And because of that, like I said on Keith's stream, the typewriter I've been releasing everything on an even numbered day.
Right.
The typewriter I've been releasing on odd numbered days, and I'm going to continue doing that. I have a lot of kits. I have too many kits, I think. Shh, don't tell my wife I said that.
Don says, well, that's 2 more than me.
Yeah, there is that. Well, and
all right, whoever gets Dawn for Christmas next year here, or this later this year, needs to make sure they send them something Lego.
Yes. And the thing is, the Chinese kits are a lot easier than they were when I first started getting them, because it used to be you had to know them because they were all general bags, with a ton of this. Like these, there'd be like 43 of these in one bag. The single dot ones. And you'd spend a year just trying to figure out where the parts were. Kind of like the Falcon. Oh, that's it. Get out the band hammer.
Jody says, here's some trivia. What was the first game show Alex Trebek hosted?
Was it the band hammer?
Not the band hammer.
And then
Anything but the band
Don's
hammer.
saying negative to getting Lego kits.
Send you on. We should have.
That was Don's. I think it was the second game show he actually didn't even get paid for. I think it was.
Was he on Card Sharks?
I don't think he was. Oh, and we have, Don says ban him. Jeff is here, Captain Charlemagne. He says hi, everyone.
Hey, Jeff, welcome. I don't want to count all these. You got to count 48 of these things out. Actually, you know what? These are 12 tall, so we'll just go with 24 of them. And go ahead. I heard you start to say something.
I was just gonna say, Alec is saying "Have mercy." People are saying
See?
hi to Jeff. And Jeff's
Alec is-
saying the alien howdy.
So what I just thought of is you have 4 sets of questions as usual.
I do.
After the last question, we will trigger. After the last question for each section, we'll trigger an ad.
All right.
That worked actually really well last week. Not on here, but on Woody Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ended up with. That was actually almost one of my most profitable videos or streams. It was 88 cents.
Hey, wow. You could almost buy something with that.
Okay, there's 12. You could.
Jody says, reach for the top, a high school quiz show. I was going to be on it, but the taping was delayed and I wasn't home for the redo. Oh, that's a shame. So
It
Reach
is.
for the Top was Alex Trebek's first game show, I guess.
Very cool. Ah, see, Jody
he
had
wasn't
a
host at the time, though.
Jody had a unfair disadvantage over those of us on the south side of the border. It was in Canada.
Yes. Jody, I know Alex Trebek wasn't part of it, but Jody, do you remember the old TV game show Definition? The song is more famous than the show ever was, especially these days, especially with like stuff like the movie Austin Powers.
And of course, I just looked at this thing and it's got the post just sticking out of the bottom, not the top. Okay, that's not going to work.
Dawn is claiming that Buck is rich.
I are not rich. I buy Chinesium.
Jody says, "Oh yeah," and bumper stumpers. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start with some trivia here. And again, tonight we're going to start with movie taglines. Tonight's, I think only one of them is really, could be difficult. I think the rest should be really simple. Very easy, barely an inconvenience, so to speak. The first movie tagline, question number 1. With great power comes great responsibility. With great power comes great responsibility.
I wonder what that one is.
Captain Charlemagne, Jeff says, we all buy Chinesium, Buck.
Not everybody. There are certain people who buy them, build them, and plan on selling them someday.
Don says, Seth MacFarlane.
Yes, it was Seth MacFarlane. I remember that movie.
Jody says, Arachnid Guy. Jeff says, Uncle Ben Bean, but he means Ben to Spider-Man.
Yes, he
Don
was.
says Superman. These are just taglines. So, Jeff, I don't really need to say who the quote was from or anything like that. Just, what the movie was. Donnie says Spider-Man.
Uncle Ben, as in he is not anymore.
And Gordon is here. Hi, Gordon.
Hey, Gordon, welcome.
Yep. Don got the Spider-Man with the hyphen in it. So technically he's doing it properly.
I'm building an Iron Spider-Man.
You are, and he looks cool.
He does. I like him a lot.
Let's see here. Steven says hi to Gordon. Donnie says, too late, Don. You can't change your answer. So yes, the answer is Spider-Man.
Spider Guy. That's funny. I threatened to ban him. I think he banned himself.
Did he? Oh yeah, he hasn't said anything in a bit.
No,
Don says, I can do what I want. I'm old.
Exactly.
Yes.
I'm on the same team as Don.
Most of us are.
Okay. Interesting the way they do that.
So what part of the
Okay.
truck are you working on right now? This is the smokestacks?
Yeah, this would be the smokestacks. I'm pretty sure they're going to go on here.
Okay.
And I thought I was done with them, but no, it says do some more.
Do some more? What the heck?
Yep. Does another 32. So 16 on each, 2 times 16 this time. So far that's 30 or 24 on each of these. I figured out the best way to do this is just do them in stacks of 4.
All right. Movie tagline number 2. So name the movie that this tagline is from. Why so serious? Why so serious?
I'm detecting a theme. I don't know if it's an intentional theme.
No, it's not actually. Just those first 2 are superhero movies. Well, Jeff says Joker. Okay. Well, I don't know, Alec. Alec's asking if they're going to be easier, and I say I don't know. It depends on what movies you've seen that are from the last, X amount of years. I mean, this movie here isn't that old to most of us. Donnie says Dark Knight. Don says The Dark Knight. Alex says Joker from Dark Knight.
Alec just went.
Alex, again, not listening to the instructions. Instructions are, I don't need who said, I am asking just for the title of the movie.
Yeah, but see, he's playing his parrot game because he parroted Jeff and Donnie.
I see.
He was hoping to get extra credit.
Well, one can always hope.
You know what they say? Hope in one hand.
Yep. So again, that movie quote is, why so serious?
Jurassic Park. Yeah.
Yep. Actually, it was Howard the Duck. Thank you very much. Wow, those are getting to be pretty long, those stacks.
Yep. Well, it's got to go from pretty far down up past the top of the cab.
Yep.
Whoops. I was supposed to put this in there first.
Don says, ban him.
Okay.
So the answer is The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight.
If I remember right, that was not a good movie to see in Aurora, Colorado.
No, it wasn't. Just on that one night.
Yes.
For those of you missing the reference, there was unfortunately a shooting in a theater.
It's always nice when they leave you a spare. Look, there's a spare.
Well, there you go.
Make sure. Yep. Kind of cool the way they did this, because the smokestack, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Breaks apart easily.
Yes, no? might have to add some glue there, but the smokestack has a hole in it.
Nice. Yeah, I got a question for you. I was thinking of something the other day there. Do you guys have the restaurant chain Montana's?
I have never heard of that.
Okay. Just wondering if anybody in chat in the U.S. or anything knows of the restaurant chain Montana's. I know it's a chain we have here in Canada.
Well, and it doesn't mean anything that I don't have it here, haven't had it here. Let's see, Alaska, Oregon, California, or Illinois, because Ponderosa is a big chain in Florida.
Yeah, see, we used to have Ponderosa here and Bonanza. Did you guys have Bonanza?
No,
Oh, okay. Okay, so seems like Jeff's saying he's never heard of Montana's. Yeah. Donnie's never heard of Montana's.
just pop the bottom of the one off here. Come on, there we go. That actually fixes a problem because on these here, these pop off really easy.
I see that. And you pop it off just like that.
And stuff scatters everywhere. Yay!
Jody, you had missed the question. The question was it was the tagline for the movie, "Why So Serious?" And I had given it that the answer was the Dark Knight. And then I had asked if anybody's heard of the restaurant Montana's or if that was just a Canadian thing. A lot of people don't seem to know of it. Don says yes. Ted's Montana. This is a restaurant though chain called Montana's. Like it belongs to Montana.
Well,
it's Montana's.
Maybe Tony Montana.
Yeah. No, it usually has stuff dealing with the state of Montana.
Yeah.
Like it's got a lot of like like I want to say not really artifacts, but like older stuff that's memorabilia and stuff on the walls, stuff like that.
Wait, I'm older. I'm not an artifact.
No. Started by Ted Turner. Okay. Donnie said he had a Bonanza. Don said served buffalo. No, that doesn't sound like it's the same restaurant. I don't know. It might be, but it's not really sounding like it. It could be. Don said along with steaks. Yeah, steaks, ribs, stuff like that is kind of what they're really famous for. Jody says Gothic Avery rodent person. And he says a fartifact.
A fartifact. Mm.
Alex said, I thought you lived in Milwaukee, Wisconsin for a while, Buck. You forgot the best state for food, cream puffs, cheese curds, yum.
I've kind of blocked that part of my life out.
And
I never lived in Milwaukee. I lived in Kenosha.
I see a lot of videos that happen in Kenosha.
Yeah.
They're usually police related. In fact, they're all police related, the ones I see take place in Kenosha.
See? There's a reason.
And Gordon says, no, a fossil, Buck.
There was at one point, we looked at putting that, looked at a house, really nice house, brand new house. And we were going to put a bid in on it until I looked up the demographics. Ooh. Ooh.
Not good.
Well, downtown Milwaukee has a particular, I don't know how to say this without sounding racist. It's a darker area of the city. We looked up the demographics, and it would have been one of those things of our kids would have been the only white children in the school.
Oh, okay.
And so we were like, maybe not so much.
Jody says Mary's researching. Okay, so I'll go on to the next question. Again, this is just movie taglines. So again, I'm going to give you a tagline to a movie, and I just need the title of the movie. Doesn't matter who said it, or if maybe no one said it and it's just a tagline for a movie. Doesn't really matter. Just looking for the title of the movie. Now, this question 3 tagline is, "We are not alone." We are not alone.
Is that a movie about Alec?
Maybe. Let's see. Mary. Oh, hey, Mary. Welcome. Mary
Hey,
says
Mary.
Montana's is a Canadian chain started in 1995. The head office is in Vaughan, Ontario. Okay. So definitely a different chain than what Dawn has experienced. Okay. Jeff says Independence Day. Jody says Sex Files. I mean, The X Files. Trent says Close Encounters of the Alec kind.
That's what I was thinking.
Jody says, sorry, X Files. Gordon says X Files. See, this is the one I thought might be the hardest one of these, of the movie taglines tonight.
That didn't seem so hard.
Well, it just depends who it is, right?
And how old you are and how many movies you've seen.
Exactly. Precisely. And Alec is in denial again.
Yes. Wait, he went to Egypt again?
Apparently.
Alec, get out of the river.
They might consider you're not there with permission, so you might be an illegal alien.
Yeah.
All right, so the answer is Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yep. You know the reason it says it's of the third kind, don't you?
Because there's other kinds as well. It depends on what level you're at. If it's just a sighting or if it's actually like, that sort of stuff.
I read the book, so I know what each level is. And it's Close Encounters of the First Kind are sighting. You see something.
Mm-hmm.
The second kind is evidence. Third kind is contact. And then there was the fourth kind, which there was a movie called The Fourth Kind. I think it was supposedly in Alaska where it happened because it was supposedly true.
With Mila Jovovich or whatever?
I don't know. It's been years since I've seen it, but Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind is possession.
Yeah, it wasn't that good of a movie in my opinion. I mean, I didn't care for it that much. It was Milo Jovovich was the star, I guess, of the movie.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think if I even finished watching it. I can't remember, to be honest. Let's see here. Alex, why have you not shown us pictures of your trip to Egypt yet? Jeff is asking.
yeah. Post them in Discord, Alec.
Yeah. Don says, quit petting the puppy.
Aw.
John's here. Hey, John.
Howdy, John.
We'll move on to question 4. Again, movie taglines. I just need the title of the movie. I don't need to know who may or may not have said it. So this is number 4. Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water. Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water.
And it wasn't. Ha 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 ha. That was my Ahmed impression.
People are saying hello back and forth between the people. Let's see here. Gordon says Jaws. Jeff says Jaws. Trent says Jaws. Jody says Titanic. Alex says Jaws.
Let me know before you tell the answer, because I will correct everybody.
Okay.
I think it's funny that so many people can be wrong. It seems like they're all going, what's he talking about?
That's right, because it was Titanic. Oh, sorry, I ruined it for you, Buck.
Oh, man.
Trent again is saying hello to people, to Jeff and Gordon and John.
Wait. The way he put that, he said, hello, hi, Jeff Gordon. Is Jeff Gordon here?
Let's see here. Alec is saying maybe Jaws 2. John is saying hello back.
Wait, Back's here now too?
Yes.
You know who Back is, right?
No.
He's the guy from Fan Home.
Oh, okay.
Their business guy. The guy that he manages the influencers.
Oh, okay. All right. Give us the answer, Buck.
Well, Alec, when he listened to my hint, got it right. It was Jaws 2, because the key thing is it's when you just thought it was safe to go back in.
Yes, that is correct.
I keyed in on that. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, he's being tricky.
Yeah, the tagline for Jaws was "You'll never go in the water again."
I still don't take a shower after that movie.
Well, baths aren't safe either.
Well, yeah. Yeah. It's funny. I've seen Jaws so many times that the only time that it ever made me jump or anything was when I was over at my girlfriend's house watching it, had my arm around her, and I think it was, if I remember right, it was when the head fell out of the boat. She screamed, because even though she knew it was coming, she screamed, which made me jump.
Yeah.
And we looked at each other and just kind of laughed, because both of us felt stupid then.
Jeff says Buck scared a shark come through the shower head.
Yes. Have you not seen movies like Piranha?
Sharknado?
Yeah. I mean, I do live in a tornado zone.
All right, let's move on here. All right, the final one to me should be easy. I'm sure everyone here should be able to get this one as well. Movie tagline.
Barely an inconvenience.
Yes. Question 5. Part man, part machine, all cop. Part man, part machine, all cop.
Alien 4. See, John knows. With Pennywise adjusting the drain.
John says RoboCop. Trent says RoboCop. Jeff says RoboCop. Jeff says, yes, I have seen those movies. Well, I can agree with Jaws. Header, I hate going to the beach. Alex says RoboCop. Jeff then says Inspector Gadget.
Here's my answer.
Jody says Cyber Constable. Oh, you're using the Canadian title, are you?
Yes. Except for I call mine Robert Cop. Well, also known as Bob Cop. Oh, wow. I just put him back where I had him because I'm planning on working on him soon. He's actually standing up without his stand, all by himself.
Ooh, good job.
I did something right for once.
All right. So, yes, the answer is RoboCop. Part man, part machine, all cop. So that's it for taglines. You guys did really well tonight on those. I made sure they were pretty easy. Like I said, the one I wasn't sure if people would get was Close Encounters of the Third Kind. John says hi to Jody. Jody says, "Ahoy, me hearty."
Okay, so hold on just a second. We are going to commercial now. It should be about a minute max. And you know, I'm monetized, so why wouldn't I do that?
Well, yeah.
I mean, Andrew does it.
John says, I like Outland. Great sci-fi film. Yes, somebody put that in the Discord as well. I think, who was it? Because it was mentioned on the Sunday stream, I doth believe.
I did especially well, surprising to you guys. Surprise and himself, didn't I? No parroting at all. Lies! All lies!
No, I mean, if that's the truth, then good job, Alec.
Yes, good job, Alec. We're still going to say that you lied.
Better job for me that I picked movies that even Alec knows.
Yes, you did. I liked them.
Or maybe that just means I'm making them too easy.
That could be that too. I have to say, though, I knew every single one of them. I was like,
well, that's
wow.
good. That's good. Jeff says, X to doubt. Yeah, there's a lot of taglines I don't use because it's just like way too much, like way out there that it's like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
John says, I liked Dead Calm with Nicole Kidman.
Don't know that I've ever seen that one.
Alex says, Close Encounters was the only one I was stumped at. Okay, that was, older movie. It was it older than Jaws 2? Yeah, I think it was older than Jaws 2. So, so it was the oldest movie of those.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is Close Encounters is old enough that a lot of people didn't know it. I knew it right off the bat.
Yeah.
Of course, that's because I'm old and I saw it in a theater.
All right. The next category is At the Arcade.
Donkey Kong. Oh, wait, I should wait for a question too.
You should. You really should. But I can tell you right now, that's none of the answers I'm looking for tonight.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. At the Arcade, question number 1. There was a game released in 1981 that was unusual in that it did not include shooting or killing as the objective of the game. The object was to just cross a road and avoid being run over or eaten. What was the name of this game?
I like that game. Oh, look.
There was a game released in 1981 that was unusual in that it did not include shooting or killing as the object of the game. The object was to just cross the road and avoid being run over or eaten. What was the name of this game?
Look, he's got his bed and his dresser and a flower. The flower,
well, a plant.
Yeah. Well, when he goes around the corner really, really hard, flower flies across the room.
Well, yeah. All right. So we have John saying Frogger, Trent saying Frogger, Alex saying Frogger, Jody saying Impact Man, Jeff saying Frogger. Sorry.
It was a fun game. Wait, it did have one thing that was about killing. You could eat the fly.
Oh, okay.
They forgot that.
Howard's here. He says, your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries. That's the answer, right?
And? So what, Howard? So what if my mother smelled of elderberries?
No, your mother was a hamster. It was your father that smelled of elderberries.
Not my mother. My mother smelled of elderberries.
Oh, okay. She wasn't a hamster. I see.
Could
Yeah, I
be
was kind of
worse.
wondering what you were building with those the floor tile pattern back there.
Yeah, that's the
Sleeper tab.
Yep. You know, the only problem is usually you have an entryway back here.
Yeah, a lot of times usually just a curtain.
Yeah. Well, the reason they did it that way is so that you can actually convert it. Since it's a toy, you can convert it back and forth.
Well, there you go.
Maybe, Jeff. Maybe my father was a hamster.
So yes, the answer to this question was why did the chicken cross the road game? Why did no one think of that answer? No, the answer was Frogger.
It was Paperboy. That was another one that I had a lot of fun with.
Paperboy, yes.
And I identified with that, except for I never rode my bike when I had a paper route because it was usually snowy at the time.
Yes. Yeah, when I had a paper route too, I walked.
Howard says, take this snow and shovel it.
I ain't driving in it anymore. So do you get to put a little door on the side there too of the sleeper?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think. Yeah, that's why there's
the gap there with the flat with the flat
Yep.
Yeah, no pegs or whatever you want to call them.
No bumpies.
John says we're getting more tomorrow. Apparently, Howard, I got 2 feet in the blizzard. Yeah, we got a big dump of snow as well here. Trent's heading off. All right, Trent, you have a good night.
Good night, Trent. Have a good evening. We are trying for spring tomorrow.
Are you? Oh,
yes.
I think on today's Tuesday. I think Thursday we're supposed to be at 0 degrees.
Well, we have a greenhouse that I've been trying to build for the last week, but I'm not going out there in that weather that we've had.
Yeah.
Too damn cold.
All right, next question. Question number 2. I'm surprised I haven't asked anything about this game before. Which game featured a knight riding a flying ostrich and allowed cooperative play with another person? Which game featured a knight riding a flying ostrich and allowed cooperative play with another person?
One of my favorite all-time games.
You know, I'm surprised Donnie must have dropped out or something. He didn't say goodnight. Maybe he's just in the bathroom. Don says, Joust.
Wait, we have a bathroom in chat?
Well, I just kind of meant more at his own residence.
Oh.
Well, there's Donnie. He says Joust. Hey, Donnie. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Johnny. How was the bathroom in chat?
Welcome back.
The chat room.
That's where all the crap is, right?
Exactly.
Jody says chicken pokers. Again, using the Canadian title.
The potty chat room.
Yeah, the potty chat room.
There's a potty in the chat room.
It's like there's a potty in my mouth and everyone's invited.
Ew. It is amazing how far we've come in the last 20 years.
I think that was the episode of Simpsons where Moe's drinking the flaming Homer, which he ends up renaming the Flaming Moe.
Not the Flaming Homer. I seem to remember that one, actually.
Let's see here. Howard says, Chicken Raider, always known as Joust. Jody says, those were giant chickens, not ostriches.
The key thing to remember is never come at your opponent from the front. Always come down on his head.
So yes, the answer is Joust.
Methinks, just looking at stuff, I'm going to run out of build before you run out of questions.
Well, I could start asking faster. Alec is basically bragging about not getting snow. He's asking what the snow is that we speak of. John says, like the angry chicken on Family Guy?
That's it. That's it. Should I do it?
You're looking for the banhammer?
No, not going to ban him. I'm thinking about timing him out.
Not the banhammer. Anything but the banhammer.
Whoops. He'll be back in 5 minutes.
Wow. That like cleared everything in chat.
It does clear the stuff from him out of chat.
No, it cleared all of the chat for me.
What do you mean?
I'm just getting like, I basically only have from what Jody said is quiet sunburn boy. And
Really?
and then it says that he was banned and their comments were removed. I can't scroll up any further.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then it says, Don says ban him. And then we get the hammer from Jeff. Don says nope.
Well, I'll read what was actually, I'll show what was up above that you haven't read. It was like Angry Chicken on Family Guy.
Yep. I read that.
Howard
that's
peed
the only one I missed.
Okay. Howard peed on the like button.
Right.
And it didn't, and it doesn't delete the comments. If you ban him, it does. But if you put him in timeout, it just deletes the comments out of StreamYard. They're still on YouTube.
Yeah, no, I realize that. It's just, for me, they just disappeared is all. Obviously, you can still see them all. Donnie says, I still see all the chat. Yeah, I didn't, sorry guys, I didn't mean to make you think that I thought all the.
Well, I would think you would be able to too, because you are an admin.
Yeah, but that's the weird thing. It was odd. Yeah. At the exact moment you did that, though, I was switching back from media assets to comments, so I don't know. Maybe that was. Oh, see, there we go. I did it again. I switched from media assets to comments, and now I can see back further again.
Okay. Well, I do have to say, StreamYard and YouTube have been really weird in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. All right. I'll go on to the next question now.
Hey, he can't answer this question.
No. All right. Question number 3 in At the Arcade. Which lunar buggy game was ahead of its time with snazzy parallax scrolling in the background? Which lunar buggy game was ahead of its time with snazzy parallax scrolling in the background? I don't know if anybody needs to know what parallax scrolling is or not.
I think I know. Well, I've seen the game. I don't know the name of it.
Yeah, parallax scrolling is basically where you have a background that's moving slower than the foreground to make the appearance of 3D kind of appearance is what that is, parallax scrolling. Let's see here. John. Okay, Don says Moon Patrol. Howard says, that's it. I'm going to take that hot poker and I'll send him. I sent in and I'm going to come up there and rub it up behind me. What? That's it. I'm going to take that hot poker I sent him and I'm going to come up there and rub it up behind me. Okay. He's going to
I read it too and I was like, ow, my head hurts.
Yeah, he's going to have a bunny hole with a little bit of a burn spot so it burns when he poops. Okay. Oh, Howard. Donnie says, yep.
Ah.
John says, Defender. Jody says, Blaster Master. Captain Charlemagne says, will script question never heard of such a game? Well, it's got a lunar buggy. John says, at first I thought Howard was doing Jerky Boys.
Jerky.
So what's your answer, Buck?
I saw somebody post Moon Patrol, and that sounds actually right.
John says, Space Invaders.
So I'm going to show this because this is this is probably the most delicate part of this entire build. So you got the curtains there, the checkerboard curtain.
Oh, okay.
And you got to very carefully see these pieces here that you would usually put something to rotate on.
Yep.
You got to carefully slide it over the first point. And then without ripping it, I don't know if I can do this with it up that high. I'm going to try. You got to carefully pull it across here. It does stretch a little bit. Come on. I have to bring it back down. I can't. There it is. Yay!
There you go. You got it.
And then it goes in the window like that.
Ah, that one looks crooked though.
Yeah, it is. It's a bit of a challenge to get that on there. Oh, you know what?
Are those stickers or are they just
They're fabric.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's a challenge, is because you're trying not to rip the thing. You know, I'm going to put it on the opposite direction for the other ones because I don't, I want that pattern showing.
Yes.
Not that.
And John, you know what John said? He said this.
Yay!
So yes, the game is Moon Patrol. Moon Patrol.
So many games in the early 70s or late 70s and early 80s were
that's an 80s game, yeah. All right, question 4. What arcade game popularized the phrase "finish him"? What arcade game popularized the phrase "finish him"?
Van Alec. I just looked down at this one, went, did I put it on upside down?
Did you?
No.
Okay, good.
That would suck if I did.
Oh, look at that. Alec is back already.
Guess who's back? Back again.
So, Jeff said Mortal Kombat. John said Mortal Kombat. Alex said Mortal Kombat.
You want my answer?
Says, and have mercy, that was mean.
My answer is more dull combat.
John says Liu Kang wins fatality. John says ban him.
I won, and it wasn't a fatality. It was just a momentary lapse of reason.
I fought the law and I won. I fought the law and I won.
Wait,
that's what my version of that song goes.
Yeah, I was going to say, you was the law.
Howard says, Mama gonna knock you out. Playboy Mansion, finish him. So yes, the answer is Mortal Kombat.
Okay, so between the two, okay, come on, get that, hang normal. So there's that one, but I think that one is better.
Yeah, okay.
What I may have to do is tape them down to the inside.
That looks like kind of a crappy sleeper cab, though, because you have to get in from the outside.
Yeah.
And they have curtains, so you can't see in there from the cab.
Yeah. That could be dangerous. Who crawled into the sleeper while you were not paying attention?
All right. So that was Mortal Kombat. So I'll keep speeding these up here. Question 5 at the arcade. What iconic shooter game featured zombies and was played with a plastic gun? What iconic shooter game featured zombies and was played with a plastic gun?
I don't remember that one.
Okay.
I know it's the same. It's the same principle as Duck Hunt.
John said, I saw a naked lady mud flaps.
Not on this truck.
Don says Doom.
No.
Remember, this is an arcade game.
Yeah, I was going to say, was Doom ever in the arcade?
Not a home game. And you as the player, you didn't have a controller. You had a plastic gun.
Poor Space Marine. No wonder he's never getting through all that crap. He's only got a plastic gun.
He's the Doomslayer. So what iconic shooter game featured zombies and was played with a plastic gun? Donnie says House of the Dead.
Okay.
Oh, geez, Alec is talking about he got a plank bender. Saving that for tomorrow's stream.
Yep.
Learned the hard way about sending gifts sent by Howard off stream. Let's see, Jeff says Resident Evil.
Yeah, to give a spoiler alert here. Howard and I were talking with Alec after the stream, which was 5 hours long last week. And we got to a point where he was talking about bending planks, and we're like, okay, this is what you need. And Howard was very nice and sent him a plank bender.
Oh, that's very kind.
And if Howard had not, I would have.
Howard said House of the Dead. Don said Bob the Babbler.
Bob the Babbler. Oh.
All right, so the answer is House of the Dead.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. I think they eventually made a copy, a version of that for the PC, but they also made it as a typing version. As a way to teach people how to type.
House of the Dead is presented by Mavis Bacon.
Mavis Beacon, yeah. Do you want to throw an ad in there?
Oh, yeah, it is time, isn't it? So here we go. Boop. I'm looking and looking.
All those black pieces on the black pad.
Well, that's not the problem. The problem is I need the specific one that has the little part that fits in this hole.
Right. Okay. Actually, it's kind of cool looking at it from this angle. It almost looks like you have that black mat, and then you have a hole in your black mat that you can see that little bedroom area through.
Oh, that is kind of cool.
Oh, Donnie's off to bed. He says, "Okay, guys, I'm off to bed. Great stream, Buck."
Good night, Donnie. Thanks
Jody
for stopping by.
Later, Donnie. Yeah, thanks, Donnie. Thanks for playing along in the trivia.
I almost think I don't have that one. Well, we're gonna leave this for right now because I only need one of them right now. Hopefully, it will pop out at me eventually, or I'll cry and yell, scream, and be very upset because I've had this kit for too long that they're not going to play nice and send me a new one.
Let's see here. Jody says it looks like a kitchen, actually.
It does.
The tiling kind of makes it look like that. Yes, I would agree. John says, I like to skip ads.
That's your prerogative.
That's my prerogative.
Yeah, hopefully they're not forcing you to watch a whole minute and a half, 2 minutes of ads.
Yeah.
Or I think it's a total of a minute.
All right, let's move on here.
Moving on.
The next category is 1980s fashion. 1980s fashion.
There was none.
Well, you may be surprised.
I was
Number
there.
one. This was the only color to wear in denim in the late 80s. If you couldn't afford them, what color would you make them from? Sorry, it's kind of weird. I kind of worded this poorly. So this was the only color of denim to wear in the late 80s. If you couldn't afford them, you can make them out of last year's blue jeans. This was the only color to wear in denim in the late 80s. If you couldn't afford them, you could make them from last year's denim blue jeans.
Found it.
You found your missing piece.
Yes. Jody said 5 seconds. Cool.
John says indigo. Jody says acid wash.
I was going to say faded, stonewashed.
Yeah.
I actually knew somebody I knew a girl.
John says stonewash.
I knew a girl who was trying to make cool jeans.
Mm-hmm.
So she took a brand new pair. This was in Germany. This was a German girl. She took a brand new pair of jeans, put some cuts in them, and then sat in the jeans in the bathtub for like half hour. Trying to make them shrink.
Jody says acid. John says acid. LOL. Those jeans are a trip.
Wait, asshead jeans?
Nope, just acid.
Oh, okay.
Like acid. Acid, what are you up to? Jody says also if they're stoned.
That is true.
So the answer I was looking for was acid washed.
I see.
They were very popular in the late 80s.
Well, I wasn't very popular in the late 80s.
John says Cheech and Chong clothing line.
And
do you still want me to keep accelerating the question speed?
No, we should be good.
Okay.
9:04. Yeah, it's slowing down, and should we run out of model, we will entertain them with our dazzling wit.
Jody says acid wins again.
Yeah, got to all black pieces, so it's slowed me down a little bit.
Alex says, disco is dead, guys. Let's keep it in the 80s.
I'll have you know, disco came back for a short while in the 90s, Alec.
It did.
It scared me.
I have to admit, there are some good disco songs.
But there are. It was funny. We were, of all places, we were TDY to Cold Lake, Canada. And TDY being temporary duty.
Yep.
And it was funny because the guys wanted to go to a disco and they were like, yeah. And what was it? As we pulled up outside and I dropped them off by the door because I was the designated driver because I had a wife and kids at home, so I didn't have much money. As I dropped them off, I heard coming from inside this disco in 1995, I think it was, Disco Inferno.
There,
I was
there you
like,
go.
what? Wait a minute.
I remember taking my air crew survival course in Cold Lake, Alberta.
Yep. Did you wait? Well, you were at Cold Lake. Did you go to the family dining restaurant?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
You have heard me talk about that one though, right?
I can't remember. I think so.
That was the one that they turned into a strip club.
Okay.
When Maple Flag was in town, it got turned into a strip club.
John says, how about Woodstock jeans? Jody says, disco's not dead. Lots of people still like Kiss. Don says, disco sucked and still sucks. No, I like some of their songs. I don't like the dancing and whatnot and the clothing and all that. But there's a few songs that, like some ABBA and whatnot is still,
Disco,
still okay.
in all actuality, is no worse than line dancing.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a different type of thing. It's a fad.
Yeah. Captain Charlemagne, Jeff says, Big Hair also came back apparently. In fact, I think it was also coming back. Seen several people coming into my work who looked like they lost a fight with a blow dryer or got electrocuted.
Well, my hair is my hair is longer than it has been in let me think. I joined in 86, so almost 40 years.
There you go. I still cut my own hair.
Well, Andrea usually cuts mine, but both of us have been kind of like, and why? Who cares?
I mean, I just cut my hair a couple weeks ago now, and all I do is I take the clippers and I take the no guide for the sides and back, and so down to the wood basically, because wood is good.
Yep.
And then I do I think I do a 3 for the top, like the 3 guide.
Yeah.
John says, Ken, do you like ABBA and Peaches and Cream? Yeah, ABBA, they've got a lot of stuff I like. And John says, Buck, my hair is marching to the rear on double quick.
Yeah, mine's starting to do that. I have noticed that recently that.
So you're saying you don't have a 4 head, you have a 5 head?
No, I'm looking at it like a 7 head now.
Oh, okay.
Which is terrible because sometimes I'll look at my grandson and I'll be like, that kid has a 7 head.
All right, let's go on to the next question here. In 80s fashion, 1980s fashion. Question 2. Yo Mama wears these, which represented aggression, power, and strength. Which unisex footwear was popular with punk rockers? Yo Mama wears these, which represented aggression, power, and strength. Which unisex footwear was popular with punk rockers?
I still has a pair of them somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Jody says, I recently got a haircut 4 years ago. Is recent, right? Have you at least had a trim to cut off like split ends and stuff? Let's see here. John says, finding less hair in the clippers. Jody says, Doc Martens. Jeff says, when I think disco, I think Bee Gees. Yes. Howard says, a bra. Okay. Do you want me to read the question again? Your mama wears these, which represented aggression, power, and strength. Which unisex footwear was popular with punk rockers? There's a key word in there. Footwear. Okay. Jeff says elevator boots. John says British Knights. BKs. You still there?
I was going to say, I am here. I'm just muted so that digging through here does not make big noise.
So remember,
I can't believe nobody knows that one.
Yeah, because the first little bit there is basically an insult. Your mama wears, and that's the name of these footwear. Is your mama wears blank. Howard says a bra. I've seen them wearing them that low. Punk rockers, you say? Okay. John says, this is cool seeing you guys a day before Woody Wednesday. Don says army boots.
Close.
Your mama wears army boots.
It's not the right piece, but it'll work.
There you go. Jody says, your mama wears army boots, but punks like docks. But before docks were around, the answer was
combat boots.
Yep. Or army boots. Same thing.
Yeah. Well, and I knew people that, when somebody said, your mama wears combat boots or army boots, whatever, it's like, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. One of the questions I thought about asking was about Doc Martens, Jody. So, but I just figured it was too close to, army boots or combat boots. So.
Well, these days, it's no longer army boots or combat boots. Now the popular boot is the Cochrane.
I don't even know what that is.
What is it? They're jump boots.
Oh, okay.
And the reason people wear the Cochranes.
Just a second. Captain Charlemagne, Jeff is taking off. He says, catch you all later. Have a good night.
Good night, Jeff.
Alex is getting coffee at the Bikini Bean. Sorry, I'm just going to quickly read off these last couple. Don says, who cares? Howard says, Heelys. And then Don says, ban them. Okay.
So
jump boots.
The jump boots, the reason that when I forget that I retired 15 years ago from the Air Force, so Cochranes are not the thing now. They were when I was getting out, or a couple of years before I got out, because Cochranes were patent leather, or they looked like it.
Yeah.
So they, you get a mirror shine on them.
Yeah, we had at one point when I was first in, we had what's known as garrison boots, which were higher than combat boots, not much, but a little bit, and they were meant to be shone. And eventually we got rid of them, and the Army said, you guys can keep them, get rid of them, whatever, we don't want them back.
Yeah.
So guys were selling them for, some decent coin. Like, people really wanted them because they were treated all right, and they were always shone and taken care of. So
it's amazing the changes that the military has gone through, because when I came in, you polished your boots, you ironed your uniform, you put creases in, and now you don't do any of that.
Yeah.
Now your uniform looks like a bag.
I had to, when early 90s for me, I had to shine my combat boots, which you don't really, doesn't really make sense for combat boots. And you had to iron your combat uniform. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, and that's the thing is that I worked the flight line.
Yeah.
So I was down I would be underneath aircraft and the toes of my boots were tore up all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, for garrison, after they got rid of garrison duty uniform, it was always combats, and a lot of it's just basically you'd keep one set of combat boots because you had like multiple sets, and you'd keep one that's nice and shiny for garrison duty stuff, and the rest of them you kept as combat boots for out in the field.
Yep.
But for us, a lot of units stopped ironing their uniforms when it was down to combats, and then stopped shining their boots so much, more blackening them, except for the artillery units. And we kept doing it, and we were kept told to do it. So,
yep.
I think it was a pride thing or whatever. And then we went to the CAD-PAT, which is the multi-camo thing. And that's when we were told no more ironing because there was a chemical in them that helped reduce your thermal signature.
Yeah,
Not completely get rid of it, but it kind of broke it up a bit, and ironing it would ruin that.
Yep.
So
good old ABUs for the Air Force.
Yeah. Was that digital camouflage?
Yep.
Let's see here. Missing some.
The
Howard
door
says
works.
not Crocs.
The door works.
There you go. No, they can at least get in and out to their room there.
Yep.
Howard said they wear rainbow shoes.
I wonder. Wow. So now I know. Now I understand what keeps the doors from flopping open.
The stacks.
Yes.
John said the USAF had OD green combat uniforms in the mid 80s, and then we went to camo. I was like the Canadian military. We had olive drab uniforms too, throughout the 90s, and then right around 2000 or so. I can't remember what year exactly we went to CAD-PAT.
I'm guessing we probably talked about this before, but I didn't know you. I forgot you were in the Air Force, John, because I spent 24 years in the Air Force.
All right, let's move on to the next question. All right. Question 3. These pants were worn by big guys with bulging biceps. You couldn't miss them walking down the street in these zebra or Picasso style patterns. Which type of pants had an elastic waist and ankles and would pump you up? These pants were worn by big guys with bulging biceps. You couldn't miss them walking down the street in these zebra or Picasso style patterns. Which type of pants had elastic waist and ankles and would pump you up?
I am here to pump you up.
John
you want
says...
Can't touch this.
Versace pants. Don says parachute. Alex says parachute pants? Question mark. Oh, you're thinking more if you can't touch this.
He was wearing parachute pants.
Yeah, that was parachute pants, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
This was the ones worn by the muscle guys.
Yeah. Well,
the big muscle gym guys.
The reason I laughed is because those, not the exact same, but close to it, were worn overseas in certain third world countries. And the people, we would call them 7-day shitters.
Okay.
Well, because you didn't drop them to take a shit. You just took a shit in them, is what the people would say. And when the 7 days were up, you just took them off and threw them away. It was not a nice thing to say. But we were the military. We were stupid.
Alec is asking if I'm going to be on Woody Wednesday tomorrow. I'm going to say no, but maybe I will be. I don't know. Howard says, I was in prison for 52 years. Only got out on parole last year. Sweater pants.
Ah,
I'm looking for a specific name, something pants, based on what the description is I'm saying. So the hints are big guys with bulging biceps and pump you up. Remember, they only had an elastic waistband and with elastic ankles.
why do I have a feeling with when you say pump you up, it's gonna have something to do with Arnold.
It could, I guess. John says, I wish I could have been in the military. The closest was being a cadet. Alec is saying he was a cadet in the Civil Air Patrol or ROTC program.
I don't believe it. I think Alec was a space cadet.
That's why he's got long hair now.
Yes.
Actually, a lot of people, when they get out of the military and stuff, they start growing their hair out. I never did. I still like keeping my hair short.
It's funny because most people, when they get out of them, or most guys, the thing is with the Air Force, most guys will get out of the Air Force, they'll retire or whatever, they'll grow a beard and they'll grow your hair long, hair long. I grew my hair out. Well, I grew my hair out a little bit, and it took me 14 years before I grew a beard.
I do go for several weeks at a time without shaving, but no, I don't like keeping a beard on or anything.
Yeah, and I do several weeks at a time, and I think you've seen it. I can grow a fabulous beard.
Yeah. Jody said, I missed that one. The fan fell out from the window and landed on my head. Ow.
Owie.
Well, I will read the question one more time and I'll quickly answer it. Well, I'll give Jody a few seconds to answer it, maybe. So these pants were worn by big guys with bulging biceps. You couldn't miss them walking down the street in their zebra or Picasso style patterns. Which type of pants had elastic waist and ankles and would pump you up?
I picture Eddie Murphy in Beverly Hills Cop walking down the street going at these guys.
Jody says, usually it's the lawnmower that gets mine. He said, my girlfriend wants me to clean shaved. She yells at me.
Wow, Howard's already being trained. I will tell you how to dress, and you will like it.
All right, the answer is muscle pants. Muscle pants. They were different than the parachute pants.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with them with that name? Muscle pants?
I don't think I've ever heard of them that way, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes, make it happen. I just read Alex's comment.
Like if you can actually Google muscle pants. So
muscle pants.
Muscle pants, yeah. Also known as weightlifting or workout pants. So, but yeah.
Workout pants is more what I've heard.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Do they pair well with the car? Oh, yeah. She wants you to shave your head and be short-haired. Yeah. Well,
make it happen. Make it happen.
You be you. Jody says all of my pants are muscle pants. You know what I mean? You talking about your love muscle?
What? You know what I mean? Wink, wink, nod, nod. Say no more. Say no more.
Howard said, I told her as long as I get to shave her places too. Alex said, so can do muscle pants pair well with muscle cars? No, generally you'd see the muscle pants on those gym guys that, like to lift and stuff all there, especially in the 80s. Like I said, the zebra patterns and stuff like that. That kind of, yeah. John says, Alec, donate your hair for wigs for people with cancer. Karen does that. Alex says, not a bad idea, John. Not sure if I will get it cut, though. All right, next question. In 1980s fashion, what is a question for what colorful plastic watch brand, what colorful plastic watch brand was trendy in the 80s? What colorful plastic watch brand was trendy in the 80s?
And why was it trendy? Oh, there was a reason. There was a marketing ploy behind those watches.
John says Swatch. Jody says Swatch.
I says Swatch.
So I'm assuming that's the roof.
Yep.
The rough.
Roof.
Alex says, what is a swatch, Ken Jennings? Yeah, okay. Howard says, Hello Kitty.
Meow.
Hey, Deadpool had a Hello Kitty watch.
Yep, he did. You know the marketing ploy behind this watch?
John says, a Swiss watch, Alex.
That's exactly what it means.
And yes, that is the answer, the Swatch.
And it is Swiss watch, and the marketing ploy was we moved into the digital age, and digital watches were all the rage. And Swiss make the best watches in the world, and so they had to figure out a way to get people to buy wind-up watches again.
Yes, the Swiss make, not best necessarily the best watches, the best wind-up watches.
Yeah.
Or technically, you could have battery operated, I guess. But yeah, not a digital watch.
Yep.
So many young people these days can't read a clock or anything with hands.
And you remember they had the little rubber band things that went around them to protect them?
Yes, I do.
And if I still wore a watch, I would need one of those, because every time that I've owned a watch, I think the quickest I've killed a watch is probably about 35 minutes. And I wasn't trying. Oh, it was funny because Andrea bought me this watch. It was really pretty cool. It was a gummy bear on it. I loved it. The problem was there was something, we had an issue with the car. So I went under the car because I heard a rattling noise, and had Andrea drive the car towards me, and away from me, so I could figure out what it was. I went under. It turned out I needed the one of the drive shafts on the independent suspension lubed. My watch got nowhere near the car. But after 3 minutes under there checking out the drive shaft, I come out from under the car. I looked at my watch. I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. I broke the watch by not doing anything to it.
So in regards to what the question is, what is a swatch? Joey says, a colorful sample of fabric. Yes, it is also that. Alex says he was making a Jeopardy joke, and he says he prefers wind-up pocket watches himself. Howard says, no, they are motion wound. Yes, the expensive ones are I don't know if the cheaper ones are now, but I know the expensive ones were at one point.
Yep.
That's why you see those little holders where you put your watch on it and it just sits there, and it's designed to keep constantly rotating the watch so that it's constantly winding itself. John says, had a Timex Boy Scout watch, kept a great time. A kid in my troop wrecked it. Well, that's a shame. And Howard said, who can tell time on an analog clock face?
Me.
Yeah.
Get out of the way, Lego guy. Oh, no. I knew better than to do that. I did it anyway.
Wait. Where's it?
This is funny. You know that Lego piece I was looking for?
It's stuck to the bottom there.
I found it.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm not taking it apart to fix it.
Yeah, John also says he can tell time on an analog clock face. All right, moving on. Last question, question 5 in 1980s fashion. What bag was a must-have during the 80s athleisure movement? What bag was a must-have during the 80s athleisure movement? Athleisure is a combination between athletic wear and leisure wear.
It wouldn't be the old bag, would it?
I don't know. John says gym bag. Jody says fanny pack.
I had one of those.
Don says only if I had to. Yeah, because Howard says, yeah, but how many do it with a 24-hour system? Yeah, I do all the time. A, because I was in the military, and B, because we also use that in the police.
Yep.
I still keep my watches set at 24-hour.
So do I. I
Yep.
still go off of military time.
Yep.
As they call it.
Alex says fanny pack, question mark?
You're a fanny pack, Alec.
Howard says a ball sack. John says Howard, Germans do 24-hour time.
This is where I start breaking things and cry a lot.
We got a great big convoy.
I have to watch that movie again.
We got a great big convoy.
Ain't she a beautiful sight?
Yeah. Convoy.
Breaker 919. This is a rubber duck. That's a movie that Alex should go watch.
Convoy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially Dirty Lyle. Dirty Lyle did really well in that movie. Ernest Borgnine. I just messed up my hood ornament.
Yeah, John said Ernest Borgnine in Convoy. And he said Chris Christopherson. Howard said, I gotten better since dealing with the military appointments.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's easy. Military time is easy. Whatever time it is, add 12. Unless if it's in the afternoon. If it's in the morning, you're okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Come on. Kind of interesting the way they did this, because the outer wheels are all chrome. The inner wheels are black.
Oh, interesting. Let's see here. John says, was Raquel Welch in Convoy?
Don't think so.
Oh, yeah.
No, it was Allie. What is it? Ah, hell. Ally McBeal came to mind, but that isn't it.
No, that was a character from a TV show.
Hang
From
on.
the
To the
90s.
Google. Well, and then Ali Sheedy came to hit mind, and I'm like, no, not her. She hangs out with robots.
All right, just to get it off the books here, the answer was a fanny pack.
Yep.
It was the fanny pack.
It was Ally McGraw.
Oh, there you go.
I think that's like the only movie she ever did, or the biggest movie she ever did, which Convoy was not that big a movie.
It's probably got more of a following afterwards. A lot of movies have gotten that.
Well, Convoy did have. It wasn't that big a movie, but it became a cult movie. It is what sparked the CB craze in the U.S.
All right, the next category is going to be 1970s music. So I don't know how close you are to finishing, and if you want to bother running another ad or not.
Let's go ahead and throw another ad out there. Adding it up.
Sunday. This Sunday at the Thunderdome. It's Truckzilla. You'll pay for your whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
So I'm looking at this, and I don't know why, but I think my front bumper is low.
Oh, is it scraping?
Really close. No, it's that look. Wow. It's a low rider. It's not about the car or the truck. It's about the story, Alec.
Yeah,
Convoy
it's definitely
is
about
a
the story.
really good story.
And Howard asks, okay, who sang the song Convoy?
What is it? It wasn't supposed to be an actual song. I forget the guy's name, and it wasn't his actual name either. Forget his name. I remember I've seen videos about it recently.
Howard says, yes, because it had to do with trucks and cops. And it was always the thing like, Smokey and the Bandit and all that.
Yep.
Because cops had nothing better to do than harass truckers. At least that's what people believed from Hollywood.
Yeah, well, the 70s was all about the cop and trucker movie.
Yep.
C.W. McCall.
Yeah.
C.W. McCall. And that wasn't his real name.
Jody says, now you need a Green Goblin face for the front. Get Donnie to print one. Yeah, that would be cool.
That would be awesome. A big Green Goblin. I would put lights in that.
That would be so cool. Yeah, Don says J.D. McCall.
Oh, I thought C.W. But that wasn't his actual name. He was actually a newscaster, and they did it as a joke, and it got big, and they were like, what the hell?
All right. So, 1970s music. Question number 1. What Steve Miller Band song contains the lyric, "Shoo the children with no shoes on their feet"? What Steve Miller Band song contains the lyric, "Shoo the children with no shoes on their feet"?
I know the song. I don't know the name. Is that terrible or what?
Well, not necessarily.
I hear the song is now playing in my head.
And then Jody's saying Maximum Overdrive, Alec. Don says Fly Like an Eagle.
That's it. That is it. For some reason that rolled into my head, but I was like, that can't be it.
Is that just all you got left? Is just some hubcaps?
I got some stickers.
Oh, and stickers. Okay. And Don says, and you were right, Buck.
Look at me go.
Alec is saying he has no idea. Jody
Right,
says,
but what's the answer to the question, Alec?
You little bare feet ragamuffins. Yeah. Howard says it was C.W. McCall. Yeah.
That is.
And then Howard says that song.
That's pretty cool the way they did that.
Yes, to snap in there like that.
Yep. I've always seen the little indents on these pieces. I've always seen that indent. I've never seen it used for anything.
Okay. Yeah, I believe you. I haven't really built Lego either, so not since I was a kid.
Okay, hear that, everybody?
I built that one that Howard sent me. It wasn't officially Lego. It was, but it was nice because it was military.
It was Fago.
Yep. And it was artillery.
It says the hood can be lifted and closed. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cool? I want, this guy could almost sit inside it.
He came with the truck?
No. It was it was in my spares box. He won't fit underneath the steering wheel.
Okay. So yes, the song was Fly Like an Eagle. Gonna fly like an eagle
to the sea, fly like an eagle, let spirit carry me. Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, and they got the little arrows there showing you what moves, like the doors can open. I'm looking at your instructions.
Oh, they're all right here.
Yeah. I was looking at the page before the green arrows with the doors opening and stuff. So.
Yep. Let's rotate this. So the mirrors can leave something to be desired. They will fall off, but the doors open. Door back here opens. I do like the fact that it does have a kingpin. I'm pretty sure if I got a trailer, it would be an operational kingpin.
Cool.
They would, well, as soon as you pulled forward, though, it'd go back like that, drop the pin out.
But you could pose it really nice.
Yep. Oh, and
you're gonna start putting those decals on?
Yep. After I figure out what's going on with the there. I didn't want to close. Actually, that's pretty cool. I thought that was a single piece. It is not. It is several. Actually, it is several little decals.
That's cool.
So it does feel very fragile, though. You got to be careful where you pick it up, because you saw that earlier when the rear wheels came off.
Yes, and then you found that missing piece, though.
I did. Where is it? There it is. Be nice, Don. Don't yell at me anymore. I'll cry. You'll make me cry, and then you'll feel bad.
Don says fifth wheel. The king pin is what locks it into the fifth wheel.
There is that.
Don says a Mediterranean truck. A PETA built.
Yes. It's a PETA built.
All right. Question number 2. 1970s music. Which band is associated with a logo featuring lips, teeth, and a stuck-out tongue? Which band is associated with a logo featuring lips, teeth, and a stuck-out tongue?
Donnie and the Dentist?
Damn, you got that one too quick. John says, I saw a truck like that in Germany.
Did you? Usually you don't have trucks like this in Germany because I didn't know it. I don't remember. It was on one of the streams that we were talking about trucks and why they why American trucks will be like this with the engine out front, but most of your European trucks are cab overs.
Yeah.
It's because this counts as part of the length of your entire vehicle.
Oh, okay.
And, beyond a certain length, you have to pay more taxes.
Don said Rolling Stones. John says Rolling Stones. Yeah.
I want it to be Dave and the Dentist.
You said Donnie and the Dentist before.
Well,
Why are
Donnie
you changing your answer?
Because Donnie got kicked out of the group.
Oh, okay.
He was mean to a puppy. And then he had to go to bed and go to work because he had to go to work.
Jody says the old farts who fell on a hill and can't stop tumbling down forever, rolling and rolling.
I know that group.
So yes, the answer is the Rolling Stones. So you're individually, did the overlap, do you think, or?
No, I think, okay, come on. There we go. Pretty
So
sure
you should be able to take them apart later and
Yeah.
just each brick will have just one piece of sticker.
Yep. They do go right up to the edge, though, on both sides.
Okay, well, that's good. It'll keep it nice and tight that way.
Yep. Good and tight.
Flames on a truck are tight.
Yes.
John said, I knew an anesthesiologist once. They were a real prick. Dad jokes with John. So yes, the Rolling Stones was the answer.
They don't go all the way to the edge, damn it.
Question number 3. More Than a Feeling by Boston was released in which year? More Than a Feeling by Boston was released in which year?
If I get this one right, I would have been 9 years old.
Let's see. Howard says, I'm yelling at you because I can.
Oh, see?
Jody says, I knew a proctologist. He was a pain in the ass.
Wait, Mick Jagger is not a year, Howard.
Mick Jagger. Don says 78. And he says, Howard says Aerosmith. Jody says 1916. John says 1976.
I might be going too far back.
Well, remember, this is 70s music trivia.
Yeah.
So
Well,
1916 is wrong. So 78 from Don, and John says 76.
I was
answer?
thinking 74, but I think that's too early.
Oh, okay. Well, the correct answer is 1976.
And as a matter of fact, if I'd have thought about it for a second, I'd have known that, because when they released Third Stage in 1984, it had inside the cassette, it explained how to produce a record in 8 years.
Okay.
Well, Boston was a very interesting group because the first 2 albums, tapes, CDs, whatever you want to call them, were all a project of a single guy. He had to hire musicians to actually play the parts because he had mixed it all in his basement. I forget the guy's name. And so I think it was MCA Records and the other band members. There was a lot of litigation going on before they got to Third Stage. That's good enough.
There you go.
It's good enough.
I think I like it. And Amanda. Don says Tom Schultz.
Let's put it this way. Third Stage was good, but I liked a lot better the first two albums. They were so awesome.
All right, question number 4. I can see clearly now the rain is gone.
I can see clearly now my brain is gone. Oh, sorry.
Are lyrics by which reggae and pop singer?
Oh, I was supposed to know that?
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Are lyrics by which reggae and pop singer?
I know the song. I don't know who sang it.
It's going to be a bright,
wow.
bright, sunshiny day. Howard said you heard about the pencil joke? Did you hear the joke about the guy driving on the road during a rainstorm? His car breaks down. But he remembers passing a mansion a little ways back. It had golden gates and stuff. Howard says, I'm 3 minutes behind.
Oh, come on. Oh, there's your problem.
John says, Johnny Nash.
You know, the interesting thing is,
Yeah.
even though it is a Peterbilt, it is a European truck.
Does have European plates, yep.
Yep. And let's see, what is that? Oh, it's a German truck.
A German truck.
A German.
It's a German.
The Germans.
So that is correct. The answer is Johnny Nash.
I was looking at this going, what the hell is that reflecting? It's reflecting nothing. It's a hole. It's a hole. But I thought I'd give a front view of the truck. I like it.
John says Hamburg Buck.
Could be. Actually, hang on. Let's see. HG. No, that's not Hamburg. Hamburg, HG. Bad Homburg, actually. Near Rhine-Main, near Frankfurt.
There you go.
In the state of Hesse. And see, that's the thing is, in Germany, every city has a designation as part of the license plate at the beginning.
Okay.
That way, when you see a German plate, if you've been in Germany for a while, you can tell where the vehicle is registered.
Right.
But
So it's basically like telling you almost like what state or province they're from.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's not all cities. It's regions, because like Koblenz has a K, but it's not. The little villages outside of Koblenz as well would have that same K.
Right. All right. Fifth and final question in 1970s music. Southbound Again, Six Blade Knife, and Lions are all songs by which British rock band? Southbound Again, Six Blade Knife, and Lions are all songs by which British rock band?
That I don't know.
John says, I saw Cucks on the plate in Cuxhaven.
Mm-hmm. It's just like, what is it? In the area that I was in on the Hunsrück being the dog's back is what the area of Germany I was in. There were so many plates that were from Simmern.
Looks like Alec is having problems with one of his bike tires again. He's got his first softened tire.
Yep.
Okay, so for this band, if I said Brothers in Arms.
Oh, I know that one. That was the Moody
one.
Blues.
No. Howard says the Klingons. Don says Dire Straits.
That would be them.
That is correct. The answer is Dire Straits.
Matter of fact, I think it's Music Mongoose is one of the YouTube channels I listen or I watch, and he goes over lots of groups. And Dire Straits is one he went over recently.
Yep. Howard says that's what you get for talking. That's what you get, boy, for talking smack.
That's it. You get smacked for that.
You get a softened tire.
Did I curse you? No.
Yep, John, the Sultans of Swing. Yep.
It's the aliens. The aliens are coming to get you.
Take you home?
Yes.
Don says, I don't care. So there you go. That was trivia for tonight. Our categories tonight were movie taglines, At the Arcade, 80s fashion, 1980s fashion, and 1970s music. Thank you for playing along, everyone.
Yes, thank you very much. And just because I'm going to trigger one last ad and then I'm going to do an outro.
All right.
So run away now or not.
I think I might give the movie taglines a break for next week.
Okay.
And I'll come up with some other categories.
Oh, you know what? I know what I can do well. While I'm here, while I'm thinking about it, we will drum up a little bit of business for next week.
John says, thanks, guys. See you tomorrow.
Well, hold on. Here's a preview of things to come. Share screen. Where is it? There it is. These are the Lego instructions.
And that's for tomorrow on Woody Wednesday?
No, that's for next week.
Okay, you said tomorrow.
I meant next week.
Okay.
Can you guess what that is? You should know.
It's a Stargate.
No.
No, it's the little circle thing at the bottom if you look. Or sorry, in the center, if you look.
Oh, this? Yeah. Well, let's see. Hang on. Let's go. Boom. Oh, wait. There's a better idea what it is. It's a pizza.
Pizza the Hut?
Exactly.
Howard said, this stream is sponsored by the ad I don't give a shite.
Exactly.
John says, the Death Star.
Yep. Everybody a couple of weeks ago said that was what they wanted to see. There are, I think it was 9 books to this. Hang on, let me see. Oh, no, there's 6 books to it. So it's going to be the Death Star is flat. Just like the Earth is flat, Alec.
Just like your tire.
Exactly. But yeah, that's what we're going to start next week. 1,000 pieces. It shouldn't take more than, I don't know. Well, this was 10,000 pieces. This was 1,000 almost. I think it was this 1,800. So maybe 3 or 4 months. It will probably be the build that I finish right before we go to Wonderfest.
Wow, that's a lot of trivia.
Yeah. Well, it's 10,000 pieces. And in and amongst that, I don't know yet if I'm going to hold on to the Hogwarts Express or if I'm going to build it and then post it on the odd days. But low blow, guys. No blow. Your tire is no blow. It got no blow in it anymore, Alec.
Oh, it blew all right.
But no, I've got lots of different brands of Lego to do, so I'm gonna go back to 7 days a week stream or videos again. So thank you everybody for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the build and the trivia. I come for the trivia, to be honest.
I guess so do I, technically.
Yeah. Had a great time. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified of any time I post new content. Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Eating, glutton, gloating, globin.
I know that song. All right. So take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow. And we're using an old outro now.